Hello and welcome to video number 20 in my series Our Courts Are a Joke. Today is August 10th, 2022, and I would just like to point out that this is not proper legal advice. Please don't think that it is. And this is just the ramblings of a 55-year-old man who has been screwed over in the family courts of Ontario for the last 16 years. And I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. Send me an email or put... send me an email is a better way. If you'd like to put a comment, if you'd like these videos, that would be great. I'm trying to get as much support as I can. And again, I can be reached at ourcourtsareajoke@gmail.com. So today I have been working away on my appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada. Now it is with great difficulty that I do this. Obviously, this is the highest level of courts in our country. And for an untrained person, it's quite difficult. I'm sure it's actually quite difficult for lawyers as well. So lawyers are the highest educated people as well as doctors in our society, and that's with good reason. There's quite a lot of work that goes into it. However, having said that, the legal system is as complicated as possible, I think, in a lot of ways to support lawyers and to keep those of us like myself out of it. And there's a lot of good reasons to hire a lawyer. I think in a lot of ways it's good to take the personal aspect out of it and have somebody represent you. However, the cost of the legal profession has priced out, I think, the majority of people. The lawyer I had for my trial was $650 an hour. It was $100 for him just to respond to an email. And my final bill was $68,000 and something. And, we lost so badly, he was rather gracious. And I didn't pay him the final $20,000 that I owed, but I did have a bill of about $45,000. So as you can imagine, that's that's more than a year's income for a lot of people. And you think of how hard you work in a year, and then the frustration of getting there and commuting, and the cost and the hassle of work. And I spent that much money on a trial that I lost so bad I could have showed up with no evidence and no lawyer and not have done any worse. And that's not anything on my lawyer, although I do think there was some things he could have focused on better. But just the legal system in general. I mean, our courts are a joke. Any man that's been through family court, it's a joke on a good day. Let's face it, family court is not there for men. Men are the criminal and women are the victim, and that is how our family courts are based. Now, is there some truth to that? Well, women like to play the card that men are violent and abusive and domestic assault and whatnot. So anyway, I have been studying some research on domestic abuse among lesbians, and there's quite a lot of statistics about that, and it's pretty hard to blame the man in that relationship. So, there's a considerable amount of information out there, and I'm going to try to find some further studies and post them onto my site here. And until then, the domestic abuse card is played often, and for the most part, not it shouldn't have been. And as well, in my own case, they accused me of domestic abuse, and when that didn't faze me. So this is case conferences. You file material for that, right? So that material doesn't usually go to the trial, but in the first filings for that, they accused me of domestic abuse, and when that didn't faze me, the next one they tried to say that I was a pedophile. So that didn't faze me either. And in fact, when I read that, I called Children's Aid, Catholic Children's Aid Society immediately, and I said, you need to investigate this because there's allegations that I'm a pedophile. And then those allegations were withdrawn, and they're here, they're there, they're here, they're there. It's like, if you're going to make an allegation, make it and stick to it, right? But that's just a card that that gets played by some people in family court. Well, that's just let's just try to make these unfounded allegations and see where they go, right? So, and there doesn't really seem to be any repercussions for that. So it should be double or nothing. If you're going to make an allegation, well then, if it's not proven, then you get the penalty, right? So that would stop a lot of that, and anyway, getting back to domestic abuse, I myself have been physically assaulted by pretty much every woman I've ever known. And, the difference is when a woman hits a man, the man laughs, right? If the man hits the woman, she goes to the hospital, right? I mean, the strength difference, right? So my previous ex, she kicked me in the leg one time, and I was half laughing and half going, ow, right? So I think that's the only time she ever assaulted me. But my wife before that, she hit me several times. And again, a man just laughs, right? That's how it is. But physical violence, I think, is prevalent, with both sexes quite regularly. So anyway, that was not where this video was supposed to be going. I'm supposed to be talking about my Supreme Court of Canada, and yes, it's very discouraging to try to prepare the paperwork for this, especially I'm just going to lose again anyway, right? So I have to put in a request for leave to appeal, and then if it's granted, then my appeal will be heard. So it's kind of a two-step process here. And according to their website, they get about 600 requests for appeal every year, and they only hear about 80 of them. So you really have to make it like it's there's some kind of purpose, a grander purpose beyond yourself, which I think a lot of my case does. And but to try to put that into words is quite difficult. So, but I am working away on that, and I will give an update further. So the Supreme Court of Canada is our highest courts of this country. And after that, if I lose, I lost my home. I lost everything I made the last 10 years. Everything I'll make the next 10. And I lost custody of my kids. I see them a couple times a week, right? So anyway, so I have to carry on. That is my mission. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. This is video number 20 in my series, Our Courts Are a Joke. And again, this is not professional legal advice. But if you want to contact me, that we need to spread the word. We need, especially if you've been before Justice Conway or Justice Kraft. If I can draw some connections, how Justice Conway screwed me, if I can find a few other people that were screwed the same way, maybe we can get together and have a pattern and show that and take that to some kind of authority, And speaking to the authorities, the Attorney General sent me an email. Oh, we don't interfere in the courts. Well, yes, I understand, but you need to when there's corruption, and our courts are corrupt. And they're a corrupt joke. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video, and please like this and please spread the word. Thank you.